Welcome to ShadowMeTarot. I have two more decks by Kelly Burton from when I visited her. I just haven't had the time to open them up yet, but these are exciting. These two, they came out. It looks like this one came out first in June of 2021, and then this one came out in August of 2022. Although I think she's just now releasing this on Etsy, just like very recently. So I'm going to actually, since I've already done this one, Journey of the Sacred Bee, she's got another tarot deck that she has done. I'm not going to do the tarot deck. I'm going to do this Oracle deck, and then we'll compare this, the new deck with the old deck in another video. All right. In the meantime, let's take a look at this beautiful Oracle deck. I have really connected with the Journey of the Sacred Bee tarot card deck. I did meet the artist, and when I'm looking at the images that she's created, because she told me when I was standing in her living room, she's like, my carpet could be a layer in there. And it occurred to me that there are layers when you kind of like look at some of the shadows. You're like, is that a tree? Ooh, I'm looking for her carpet in some of the images of the cards, but she's literally layering hundreds and hundreds of images in order to create the images that you see. So this one is the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle. We've got nothing too much on the back here, so we'll go straight to the book. The bees are nature's alchemists. Using the wisdom of sacred geometry, which is the intelligence of the universe, they bring life and sweetness to earth. And if you get a chance to study any sacred geometry, I highly recommend it. If you can connect with any particular shapes, I've connected with the Merkaba. This is like my little energy vehicle, I think, like, outside of this body and in the ether. That's what I travel around in. Anyways, that's what my meditations say. But in any case, sacred geometry is super interesting. It's like how everything I don't know. It's definitely something to look into though. So we've got a nice little book here. Oh my goodness. We've got frequencies associated with this. There's quite a bit of information in here. Let's see what else Kelly Burton has here. Doing the readings, the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee 5-card spread, does the different elements: fire, water, air, earth, and ether. Sacred geometry, the golden spiral, the 3 lineage cards in the deck, the Queen, the Worker, and the Drone. She did put a lot of work into these cards, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and they have purple gilding. Oh my god. I think this is my first purple gilding deck. It's so pretty. It's breathtaking. That's gorgeous. I don't want to shuffle these now. They have purple gilding. Oh, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. All right, let's zoom in for you guys. Look at that Queen and that purple gilding. Oh my gosh. And it's shiny like... There we go. Oh, I love the purple color. Oh my gosh. Don't you just love that? I'm like, I am loving that. It's all shiny and purple. Okay. The Queen. These are pretty long explanations, so we're going to go through and just kind of like, look, she's got like diamond kind of sacred geometry kind of looking stuff in here. I do definitely feel like ether colors, but then she's got to be the heart of the, with the green in there, right? But she's got to be the heart of the hive. Let's see what else we have. The Drone, another familiar character, or familial character, I guess. And then we have the worker bee. And we've got infinity signs on this particular one. And we have inspiration, which is the fire. So I'm just kind of looking to see if I can get fire is inspiration, typically. At least for the tarot, fire is inspiration. Oh, and these must be fire cards. So the next one, so the first one is inspiration, which would be like the Ace of Wands. And then we have passion. And I'm gonna just go ahead and describe this one. It says, pictured, a protective heart surrounds two bees as they become intertwined with passion. Uh-oh. There we go. Move this so you guys can see this a little better. There you go. Did you guys see these okay? I hope. Our queen, our drone, our worker. And I almost feel like the light is too bright and we're not getting as many details as I'd like to see on these cards. I think that one's probably the best. I almost feel like that looks like a cat eye right there. Even though it's like a gemstone. They're like gemstones. Very interesting pictures. All right, well, I'm going to go through and read one of these. Passion feels like it has fire sign on here. But it says, a protective heart surrounds two bees as they become intertwined with passion. There's an understanding that the best way to accomplish anything is by being in sync. And then it says, if you pursued what you're passionate about, would it spill over to other areas of your life? More importantly, would the world be a better place? Whatever you embark on today, do it with great passion, and you will see the results ignite in magical ways. This is also a reminder to have the courage to love yourself and others with great passion. Then we have optimism, innovation. Well, these are all great fire kind of definitions for sure. Ambition. Ooh. Oh, this card reminds me very much of this Sun card. Doesn't that look very similar? They look so similar. But they came out at around the same time. When did this deck come out? Yeah, 2021. That's almost the same time this kind of came out. So something in the universe was vibing at the same time. Definitely something vibing at the same time to have such similar images by two different artists. And this artist is on the other side of the world. This one's in Europe. So that's interesting. Then we have sensuality. The pomegranate. Protection. Ooh, we've got some serious sacred geometry in that card. Read the book in that one. What is the protection card? Pictured, exploring layers of protection. The bee is encased in a bubble of sacred geometry surrounded by a partially opened gate. In the distance, the many chambers of the nautilus shell protect a diamond resting at the very center. There are mental and physical aspects of feeling safe and secure. We need a protected habitat with shelter and safety from harsh elements. Having peace of mind and being protected from predators is important, but we can't lose the courage to go beyond protective barriers when necessary. We thrive when we feel secure. We burn out on adrenaline or lack of sleep when we feel threatened or unsafe. The concept of protection is calling your name today. Consider if you and others around you feel protected. Evaluate what is needed to be in safe hands. Be careful to not build an impenetrable shell that fences you in and prevents accessing the diamond that lies within you. Nice. Inner genius. Co-creation. I like that card. Courage. I like that this is like a knocker, right? To me, it looks like a knocker, and it has my Merkaba. But it looks like a door knocker to me, and it's a beast, right? And courage to me made me immediately think of the strength card and kind of taming that inner beast. The courage to face our inner demons. And that's a succulent there. There's a lot of images on here. I have to look at this for a long time. I see the kind of some lines from the bee, like the bee hair. Of course, I can see the bee. I almost feel like it looks like there's a picture of like a wet front porch, right? But because I know that she's put those layers in there, and so I'm looking for familiar things to attach to. So it really has changed the entire way that I'm reading these cards. Because I'm like, okay, well, this looks like there's like star systems, but there's also like water droplets, you know? So, I don't know. Courage through fear and pain and tears and, I don't know. It's what makes us hardy, like those succulents, I guess. Redemption. This is gorgeous. Look at that. That inner diamond just shining. Burning with desires. Like all that's kind of, I get rising from the phoenix. The diamond in this flower of life kind of, it almost feels like Easter is like, I almost get a whole Easter vibe, like when Jesus rises from the dead. Bee wisdom. I think the snake skin is interesting, having a bee around a snake skin. I like the idea of shedding skin. There's kind of a lot going on in this image as well. But I feel cycles of life in this. Constraints. With the honeycomb in the middle, I almost feel like these are familial constraints. Ties that bind. Tied to the home. To the hive, the community. To others. The emotional bee. Intuition. The depth of that emotion. This is water here. Oh, it says water here. I didn't see the water there. Harmony. Devotion. That feels very Two of Cups. Reverence. That feels very reverence. I feel, I want to say almost like I can't decide if that's like a 4 or a 5 of Cups, or even a 6 of Cups, right? Having respect for what is finite, maybe? I don't know. stagnation, subconscious, overwhelm, indifference, dreams, melancholy, all emotional states for sure, tranquility, compassion, this would be a great deck just to learn, have a good comprehensive list of the elements and their multiple meanings, right? Compassion. Oh, and we move into air sign, thinking. The possibilities. Mental clarity. Insight. Knowledge. The unfolding. Denial. Anguish. Mindfulness. Breakthrough. Connection. Transcendence. Decision. Evolve. The tangible. Oh. I don't know how I missed. All right. I was talking and it wasn't recording. I have no idea what was missed now. I'm so afraid. I hope you guys got these cards, like greed and growth. I was saying though that this kind of feels like the Eight of Pentacles and maybe the Nine of Pentacles, then the Ten of Pentacles for the values, and then we move into the Ether, which is the soul's journey. I'm just wondering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 cards. Let's see how much it follows the tarot. This would be the Fool, right? The soul's journey. Quintessence. Quintessence. Oh, there we go. Quintessence. I want to say this is a combination between the Magician, the High Priestess. What else? And the Hierophant. That's what I think of quintessence. Quintessence. All right, the Prism. Ooh, that feels very much the same kind of thing, like the multiverse, right? We get to view the world through our own prism. Which card would be that in the major arcana? I almost feel like the Wheel of Fortune for the Prism. Just kind of make a comparison or a parallel. What would you think of it? Let's read the book on Prism. Let's see which of the major arcana we would think of as prism. All right. The prism. The bee enters into the prism that disperses brilliant white light into fragments that are visible to the human eye. All existence can be both hidden and revealed at any given moment. Brilliant white light contains colors that are not visible to the human eye until reflected through a prism. Then all the colors of the rainbow appear. When we perceive the endless color combinations on Earth, light is reaching us through a prism. If our greater consciousness is white light and there are millions of levels of consciousness, then what are we experiencing? A filtered view of consciousness in our daily waking hours. How is your own prism fragmenting your actual truth into 1,000 different stories? Explore all the facets in your life that seem disconnected. Try pulling them together to understand that they are in fact one large diamond, your highest self. So I get like I definitely get like some High Priestess, Hierophant, and Hermit vibes from this card. Then we have Illumination. I get Star card and what other illumination cards do you have in the major arcana? Hierophant is also kind of like education, right? Okay, I don't know what Ouroboros means. Just because I can say it and just because I can read it doesn't mean I know what it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Ouroboros. Ouroboros. I think I've heard the word, but I have no idea what it means. Ouroboros. A whimsical Ouroboros with the eyes, wings, and antennae of a bee encircles the center of a flower, symbolizing the infinite cycle of abundance granted to us through nature. An ancient symbol found in artifacts as far back as the 13th century BC is the image of a snake or a dragon biting its own tail. Ah, that's what it is. It's that thing. Honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But it reminds me of like when you go to the doctor and they take like an anatomy picture of your eyeball. That's what that looks like to me. It looks like the back of my eyeball. The image of the snake or a dragon biting its own tail. It is a symbol of eternity and the soul of the world regenerating and recreating itself in an infinite loop. The meaning in different cultures, philosophies, and religions may vary, but generally refers to the same concept of eternity, rebirth, regeneration, and the physical world returning to the spirit world for eternity. Recognize how things come full circle for you. Are you making progress or in a loop of repetitive patterns where you find yourself back where you started? Everything cycles, but the care you take in the process determines your awareness of spirit. The Observer. The all-seeing eye. That's what I get from that one. Outside looking in. The etheric body. My etheric body is probably like lighter than my physical body. All right, Mandorla. I don't know what the heck a Mandorla is either. It says literally means almond. It's a basic shape. Oh, I see it. It's the double circle, which is like a, well, let's see what it says. Pictured, the intersection of two spheres created the sacred space where new, I think it's like a Pisces or something. I'm going to look it up for you guys because I need to know too. I want to know too. So it's these double circles, and there's this diamond shaped thing in the center here. I know that the circles are the Vesica Piscus. piscis. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Vesica piscis. But it means union or encounter. To me, that's like soulmates. Like, isn't that what like love looks like? That's what love looks like to me. All right. So it says, mandorla, literally meaning almond, is an important basic shape in sacred geometry that can be thought of as a gateway to creation or birth, formed by two circles intersecting at their center. Also called the Vesica piscis. It is the converging of body and soul, the feminine and the masculine, the yin and the yang of energies. Shift awareness to any opposing energies that are out of balance or inhibiting personal growth. As the image of the mandorla suggests, there's a point between opposing forces where there is the perfect blend balance. Finding that point of balance will help you move forward. All right. Then we have the enigmatic. Oh, there we go. And the Taurus. I'm going to be honest, this book is not going to be easy to kind of go through because, and she even said, let the images, the book doesn't matter. Really, the images are going to mean one thing to the artist because she made the images. They're going to strike you completely different because you have a completely different point of reference or prism that you're looking through, right? Your own life experiences. So if you purchase this oracle deck, it may be a good idea to spend some time with it before shuffling it, which I'm not going to do because it'll be easier to go through the book. But I think the easiest way to find them is going to be by their symbol. So you'll know to go to that section of the book. All right. So we've got the Taurus. We have the deity. Mana. This is a shorter video for me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we have Ascension. Oh, look at that. See? It's my little vehicle. That's like my little spirit vehicle. Beautiful. I love it. I love this card deck. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You guys will have to tell me what you think. This should be easier to shuffle than the tarot deck because it's 68 cards. It's 10 cards fewer. So let's see how. Yeah, they shuffle nice. I can't deny it. They shuffle nicely. Ooh. I am impressed with the artwork, though. I think it is very pretty. And unique. What personality does this deck have? What personality does this deck have? What is the personality of this deck? What personality does this deck have? What is the personality of this deck? Oh. Decision. So this is a decision-making deck. What is your strength? So I feel like it's a decisive deck. Except for I had to really work for it to come out. So if you're a decisive deck, what is your strength? What is your strength? What is your strength? What is the strength of this decisive deck? Melancholy. Okay, so your strength is in sadness. What is your weakness? Compassion is your weakness, and overwhelmed. Okay, so this is not a deck I come to for compassion or if I'm overwhelmed. This is a deck that I come to knock myself out of sadness, right? I don't feel like this is a deck to go, oh, it's going to be okay. And if you're overwhelmed, right, it's going to be like, you're sad. You need to make a decision to pick up your, pick yourself up, get yourself dressed, put your shoes on, and go face the world. So I just don't feel like it's going to be able to coddle you, I feel like. How will you help me to grow? How will you help me to grow? It can't hug you, is what I feel like with this. What is your weakness? It can't hug you when you feel overwhelmed in your sadness. It can't give you a hug. It can't make you feel better. But it can help you come to a decision to come out of that sadness. You're going to tap into my inner genius and devotion in order to help me grow. And when should I call on you for guidance? When should I call on you for guidance? When you need protection and architecture. So I feel like this very much is a spiritual deck in getting you back into alignment. I feel like this is, to put it very simply, if somebody hurt my feelings or put me down and I was giving weight to what someone else had said, like what they thought was somehow my business, that this might be a deck that I would come to for comfort, to make a decision that maybe what that person said or did doesn't matter. That I can be devoted to myself, to come back and remind that the only person I'm living for is me, truly, and to protect that inner light, right? And to not allow things that kind of get us down to affect the foundation of who we are. What's the best way to work with you? What is the best way to work with you? What is the best way to work with you? is the best way to work with this, with you? This beautiful purple deck. What's the best way to work with you? What is the best way to work with you? What is the best way to work with you? Okay, for the spiritual journey, definitely. To change your vibration, to get into the, like what Esther Hicks would call the vortex. I feel like this deck is about protecting your soul, keeping you in vibration with spirit so that you can just basically ask for what you want and attract it to you. So I feel a lot of law of attraction. I feel a lot of connecting with spirit and your higher self. And I feel a lot of just changing your vibration. What will our relationship be like? What will our relationship be like? I like this deck. What a beautiful deck. So this one says anguish. And dreams. So I basically feel like our relationship is going to be, I'm going to come to this deck for my hopes and my fears. This is an everything deck. It's an everything deck. What do you guys think? I think this is, on the underside, what I don't see is that it's actually an optimistic deck. Love it. I think these cards are absolutely gorgeous. Please tell me what you guys think. I don't feel like I would use the book a lot with this. I think they're very intuitive. They do evoke a lot of feelings. I think just the color in and of themselves evoke a lot of feelings, but just everything about it. I really love these cards. I think they're gorgeous. And you can buy them at the, it's Sacred Soul Tarot, right? Yep, sacredsoultarot.com is where you buy these cards. But they're gorgeous cards. You can also get them on Etsy, but the artists make more money if you buy them from them directly. In any case, please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know how you feel about these cards, and we will see you again next time. Have a beautiful, blessed day.